Hey y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler. I want to welcome you back to the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2021. Thank you guys so very much for being with me today and each day. And our tangle for today is going to be an interesting, fun one. It is called Haykia, and it is by Australia's Sue Bailey. It is fun. It can be put into all kinds of situations that we can explore. And so today we're going to do this in a bit of a radial format and see what we come up with. Okay. I'm going to be working today on a Renaissance tile, a Zentangle Renaissance tile. I'm going to be, throwing these around. Okay. I'm going to be using a 01 in brown. Okay. I may use my PN also in brown. Okay, this is not working out well for me. Got my tortillon. Also got a white charcoal pencil, and my order of pastel chalk in pencil form from Generals came today, and so I couldn't resist getting those out and giving them a spin. So I'm probably going to use either the burnt sienna or the Van Dyke brown and the white charcoal pencil today, okay? And I can tell you now that I love these on Zentangle tiles. I can tell you that they work beautifully well, and I can't wait to get started. All right, we're gonna have fun today. Okay, so we're not going to use a string. We're going to put these into a radial form, similar to what Linda Farmer did in her example on tangle patterns, okay? So before I start, and yesterday, don't let me forget, we forgot to breathe, or I forgot to breathe. I hope y'all did it anyway. It has been a tough, long day today, and I need some relaxing breathing, so we're gonna do 3. Oh. That's actually much better. Dropping down my shoulders, relaxing my hands, and hopefully getting to a place where I can be very grateful for the time that we have together. All right, so Haykia. Excuse me. Haykia starts with orbs. Now, it is my intent to put these orbs all the way around here. I may or may not get them in the center. I do not know, okay? We're going to find out. And whatever funky, misshapen thing I end up with, it's going to be okay, all right? So the next step, and this is the way I do it, and there isn't anything in the step out that indicates directionality or anything for the strokes. So really, you can push out or pull in, and I usually find it's easier to pull in. So somewhere around the center point of your orb, above it, you want to put a curved line that comes together, that lands on your orb, okay? It's sort of an inverted S shape, okay? So I usually, in this stroke, hopefully you can see I've got a bit of a shadow. So in this stroke, I start and go down just a little bit straight down, and then I curve it over to the side, all right? And once this is done, then I'm going to make another stroke that's an echo of this. And it's going to end up down here as well, okay? And we're going to come from the top here, and this one is awkward. I have tried it many ways and still cannot seem to get it to behave for me. I have seen some people, maybe, I don't know. What you want is an outward curve from the tip down to the orb, but then the stroke continues and ends up in a curved straight down from the center where we put the first one. Does that make sense, sort of? And we're going to echo this as well. And that's also a bit awkward as a stroke. Something like this, okay? Now I can tell I've really got this too far up, and so I'm going to be off center, but that's fine. I'm going to be fine with that. Now, I did this earlier, and I did it by doing my orbs across from each other first. And then I did it a second time by lining them up and going each one in a row. And I think that's actually a better way. I don't know if it's as consistent as the other way, but I think it's a better way overall for how to form this. So I'm just going to shift my tile over just a little bit, and I'm going to draw another orb, leaving some space between the orb and this over here because I want room to draw this stroke on it, okay? So about here. And I want my orb to be about the same size, which I was not successful with. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. Straight down and then curve over. Make a nice echo line there. And, well, this is going to be, didn't quite get this turned right, did I? It really needs to be closer in. But we're going to make it work. Something like that. Okay. I took some artistic license there, but that's okay. Put this one a little closer and make it a tiny bit larger. And I think we're going to be reaching over here no matter what we do, but that's okay. It's all right. That is the thing about patterns, is you can change them if they don't work for you in your certain situation. Well, I did not mean to go around that far, but there you got it. So I've got to come up from here. Well, I did not mean to do that at all. We're going to keep going and see what happens. So I'm going to bring this one in a little closer, because I think that one was getting a little farther away. Do my little S stroke, add an echo line. Now I'm going to curve this outwards here like I'm supposed to. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so croupy. And bring that in. Okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's still going to turn out very nicely, I think. I got a little too close. I'm going to rub up against this one. And that's fine. I'm going to curve that up. Go around my orb. Meet up over there. Draw my echo line. This is a really interesting pattern, but I could never really get in a drawing flow with it. So let me know what you guys think of it. It's very pretty and very elegant, and it is going to be possible to do several different things with it design-wise. I saw she had a way to draw it straight up and down on the step out, so you could use it as a border, which was a very interesting idea. It was a little tough in the execution because I did try it. Now, I have outsmarted myself here. I should have moved this over a little bit. Maybe I'll make this And then, let's see, fit right in there. Okay, so there's a bit of a gap there, but I think we're going to be okay. All right, so this is what I ended up with. It's not in the center, but I think that's going to be fine. So I like it so far. Next thing I'm going to do, I think, just check in here if I've got lines that need to be cleaned up. I think that's going to be something we'll take care of when we get to the embellishing part. I think I'm going to draw an outer aura around the whole thing. I'm going to try to do it carefully. And that's going to distract from that big gap as well. Always, I'm hoping. If you can't fix it, distract the eye. Make the eye look at something else. Try to keep these lines as elegantly curved as possible. You may or may not be successful. I mean, I've got some issues here and there. But again, I'm not going to worry about them right now. I'm going to continue what I'm doing. I think I have played with some ideas here of turning this pattern upside down and putting it in this little, putting the tops in these little V shapes. And I had a varying degree of success with this. I can see the potential, but I haven't really figured out what I want to, whether I want to try that here. What I did earlier was to put some nice big orbs in these corners. And ink down here. Okay, now I think I'm going to put another aura on here. See what happens. Maria Thomas says, the co-founder of the Zentangle Method, says, when in doubt, aura. If that doesn't answer your question, then aura again. As we are learning, auras are an extremely powerful tool in the hands of an artist. I'm sort of working on some of my lines here that aren't as pleasing as others by making the R lines a bit more pleasing. You can certainly do that. Well, I do like that. I think these are going to be much more dynamic when we get them shaded. The shading actually makes a big difference on this. Now what? Now, of course, we can put more orbs. I, of course, want to round here, and I don't know if I want to commit to that yet. Muka would be very pretty with this as something to decorate with. I'm actually thinking about that. I think that might work really well. Sort of in a Muka place right now after we did our Novu tangle. So what am I doing? Let's make sure I know. That's a large Muka, Cindy. It's very large. Where are you going to put another one, woman? Don't ask me. I don't know. Maybe this one won't be quite so big. Okay, that one isn't bad. I drew that Novu pattern too many times. Now, I struggle with Muka. I struggle making them consistent. I struggle getting my stalk to do right. All right, so that creates some interstices that I can fill with orbs, which is going to be good. Let's put some more in. See what happens. Maybe none so big as the first one. I just said none so big as the first one, Cindy. That one wants to be big, apparently, so we're going to let him. Ouch. That was kind of sad. All right, so this definitely needs some more. Don't ask me where that one came from. I do not know. Okay. Yep, misshapen Muka. And this one is going behind. All right, so that's looking pretty. I like that. I think we're going to have some fun with shading and highlighting on this. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to it. I sort of committed a couple of sections ago, didn't I? I think the commitment has been made. That was weird. Yeah. I definitely need one to point this way. Okay. If you're doing this kind of overlapping, make sure you take your time. You want your stems to line up or they end up looking funky, like mine, in places. Sometimes I do okay with this. And I can usually save it if it's too far gone. Usually. Not always. Sometimes they just want to do their own thing and they look funny. We're going to let them look funny because they're free beings. They can muka their lives in whatever way they want. All right, a couple more. So I took River to the vet today and got some really, really terrible news. Apparently, she had some sort of physical trauma that has broken 3 of her teeth, and one of them is an important tooth. And she needs a $1,200 root canal. She's been in constant pain, and that's why she has been so snappy. And that's my entire income for a month. I mean, I just don't know what to do yet. And so prayers, intercessions, whatever you got in your toolbox is going to be really appreciated. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I can't let her suffer, but I'm not going to put her down because she needs a root canal. I mean, I need one too. Nobody's paying for mine either. So I've just been living with the pain. But, I'm not going to do that to her. So I've got to figure out a way to come up with the money. And I'm in shock about the whole thing right now. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I need to think it through. So I probably won't reach any important decisions tonight. Just prayer for us would be so greatly appreciated because, I can't watch one of God's creatures suffer. That's as irritating as she is. That's our little bit. That's our girl. And she needs somebody to commit to her so that she is not alone or having somebody put her down. And I can just bet that what happened was somebody hit her. And that makes me unhappy. And that makes me even more determined to figure something out. There's a foundation called the Bella Foundation that I will apply to and see if they can help us. But we don't have months to wait. This needs to be taken care of right away. And I just am, yeah. Well, I got a little crazy with the overlapping muka here, but I think we'll be all right. So y'all send prayers out for us to the universe. I know most of y'all have the same kinds of issues as I do and the same lack of funds. So prayers for River would be great. The vet said, she can try to chew with other teeth, but the tooth that is involved is a big, important one. And even though she could extract the tooth, that it wouldn't be cheap and it would be a tough extraction. And for River, I would much rather have a vet that could go in and just repair the problem so that she could have a viable tooth there to use. Bless her little heart. No wonder. And she's been a really good girl considering the pain she's in. So, yeah, I kind of went crazy with my Muka here. I think we need another one up here. I'm having that negative space issue again. Do we need another one up here? Should I stop now? What? You can stop whenever you want. This is a little... Probably do need another one over here. I want to turn it this way, but this is all so awkward. Here. Okay, that's better. That makes me happier. That makes symmetrical me a little bit happier. So let's put one. I want one to go this way. So why can't it come from here? All right. Good deal. Now what do I do? No outer auras on this baby. That might take years, although I have to say that might be a really good luck. So I want to look at this inner stuff, the Haykia pattern. I think I'm going to grab one of my charcoal pencils and do a little shading. I think I'm going to start with my burnt sienna. This is a set of charcoal pastels or pastel chalk pencils from General. I got them on Amazon. This is a 24 set. I wanted more colors than just the 12 one, so I got the extra one. You want to put these on with the sides, unless you're in a really tight space like this. And so I'm going to put some up on these ribbons, just at the top and the bottom. And try to be careful to keep this in the lines. But I do have my handy Mono Zero with me. That's good. Now, you want to leave a huge highlight here, okay, on each of these sides. And I have already not done that. These come with erasers on the bottoms. Now, whether or not they're effective, we're finding out. My Mono Zero is better. Of course. Of course. Where is that little boy? All right, we'll worry about it in a minute. But leave a large area because we're going to add more color and it creeps up until you have nothing. So just keep it down in the bottom for now and in the top and leave the rest of that blank. Okay. Something like this. So I've not tried to blend these with each other than by using the white over the top. But I am curious what would happen. So I probably did this in the wrong order. I think over here I'm going to add this. This is a Van Dyke brown. And I'm going to add this, which is going to be a darker tone. So that would put a little bit darker feel to it, a more shaded look. So they go over each other fairly well as far as I can tell. Now, I haven't tried to truly do any blending. This is again the lighter pencil, the burnt sienna. which is a color I really like. I like a reddish brown. And as I blend that, I think they blend okay. And so next, what I'm going to do is take my white charcoal and put those highlights in. And as soon as I locate my little tortillon, this isn't the right one. There's the one with pencil on it, or pastel on it. That's a bad sign, Cindy. There. Okay, this will work. So something like that. Yeah. I think I like the darker tones at the tip. I think that's what I'm going to do. Is go dark down here at the center. And up here at the tips. Okay. Then I'll bring my sienna brown, the lighter, or the burnt sienna, in over the top. That's a crayon I really liked. Burnt sienna. I have this thing with colors. I love my colors. I love their shades and their hues and their differences and their similarities, and I just, ever since I was a child, it's always been color this, color that, and how they go together and what to use and all of that stuff. So if I get weird with my colors and name them and all that, yeah. I'm that way with my Prismacolors. I know them so very well. I mean, those, I can tell most of them, probably almost all. I could probably identify 75 to 100 of them by the color alone. Which is saying something, since there are 150 pencils. But I have used them, and I know them well. Which is a good thing. You should know your tools well. This is why we left a big area here, because it's not going to stay big very long. I still didn't add my sienna brown there. And we'll have to find the eraser to bring that highlight back. It's just naturally going to encroach right here. Okay. Thank you, River Girl. Poor baby. I feel bad for complaining about her now, but I understand why she was so grumpy. Poor baby. So we've got some anti-inflammatories for her, at least in the short term. And everything else was fine, but oh my goodness. I think I was talking about pet insurance before. Now it's too late, isn't it? No pre-existing conditions. All right. I need to think about it, though. $600 for the two of them for their annual visits. Between heartworm and flea stuff and shots and all the tests they do and all the rest of that. Holy cow. It adds up fast. And if they've got a problem, holy cow, yeah, it's just worse. All right. All right. Now, I think on these orbs in the middle, let's see how that blends. We'll probably add a little brown to that, the Van Dyke brown. It's a little bit too light. But if we add the white, nice, right? And as we add the white here, oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, this is going to turn out well. I'm excited, guys. So this is how I'm going to handle it. I have got an appointment I have got to go to. So I'm going to let you guys finish up on your own since I've demonstrated everything. And we're already, well, we're at 37 minutes. That's not bad. How did I lose all my time? All right. I guess I've got another 10. So on the Muka, let's see. Let's go ahead and do these. Is this the right one? Yeah. I'm just going to put a little bit of this darker brown around the outer edge, I think. So I'll do it like this. Just use a little bit. Yeah. And then put the lighter color, if that's what you want to do. The lighter color, blend that over. Give that a little bit more oomph. I think when we blend it, it's going to look great. Not that it doesn't look pretty good already. Where's my tortillon? One. Okay. Here. Nice. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Let's get into this white here. See where we end up with this. This is going to be gorgeous. I love these pastels. It's a way to color without the negative parts of colored pencils as far as the residue and the problems with blending. These blend lovely. And the fact that you can then go over them with your white charcoal is awesome as well. Yeah, nice. And of course, I am going to, put highlights on all of my orbs and treat them this way. And also, one other thing I wanted to show you guys really quickly. And I will post this picture somewhere in the video so that you guys can take a look at it, screenshot it, whatever. Okay, so while I was sitting at the vet waiting, I did some playing around with this as far as what we could do on the insides of this. And so here are some of the examples that I came up with, and you don't have to do anything. And right now, the way this is pretty awesome. But I can't help wondering, what if we did this and how would that even enhance this more? So I'll try to post a picture of these for you to use as a reference. And let's get back to this real quickly. So there will definitely be more shading, more highlighting, and some erasing, and some line redrawing for this, as there almost always is. That's just part of finishing a tile. You know, you want to take your time. If this is a piece of art and your name is going to be on it, you want to do it right. You want to do it well. I found a tile today while I was cleaning some stuff up where I had used, and maybe this was from last year or the year before, I'm not sure, but we used well as a reticulum. That was an awesome tile. And I think probably that was something that Zentangle showed us. I'm sure that was a Maria thing. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to leave you today. I am going to shade, and you can use a colored pencil for this. Ideally, if you have a Verithin or something that's lightweight and not too opaque. But you can put some shadows in here if you used Muka. Now, I probably will add little orbs to my Muka and do some inking in spots like in here. But I don't want to overdo it, and so I will do a little bit at a time and move out from there. And I think I'm going to do all my shading with these pastels. They are really lovely to work with. They spread nicely. They blend nicely. I'm very impressed with them. Very impressed. And I will probably post parts of this video to Amazon under the review part for these pencils. And of course, you can use your pencils to contour your Muka, as we have, and these are going to be even better than my Verithins for this, because you can blend them so easily and smoothly, even better than the Verithins. So I am liking the possibilities, and on the Muka you can also put in your highlight. So when we get done, we're going to have something amazingly dynamic, right? When you do your shading, you're going to want to hit your areas where your Muka strands overlap and blend those really well. This set of chalk pastels has some grays in it. So, you know, you could definitely shade with those. All right. So I could come in here and aura in here and decorate. I just haven't decided yet what I want to do. And yeah, this is going to be awesome when I get done with it. I am sorry I don't have time to spend with you guys and finish it up today. But tomorrow is a different day. I hope you're going to enjoy playing around with this pattern and making a nice organic tile. All right. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for day 35. We will officially be a third of the way through. Wait, we're a third of the way through now. Just ignore me. So tomorrow's day 35, and apparently I'm very excited about that. So hang in there with me. Come back tomorrow, and I'm going to see you then. Thanks so much, guys, and feel free to watch any of these videos again that you need to. Pause them, keep going, whatever you need. I will be here for you. I will try to keep posting to Instagram and keep up with you guys there. That is probably right now the best way to get in touch with me, as my email is stupid. But we will be getting there. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and I'm going to see you tomorrow.